100% of the time with 100% of the people that take it with just one serving. I mean, that's a pretty good claim that you would want to put into the name of a company, prove it, and it actually had nothing to do with the name prior to us launching it. So it's just one of those things that worked out right. And you know, this is just kind of the idea behind it. You know, if you want to be a better dad, prove it. You want to, you know, win Junior National or Junior USA, prove it. So it's just a really neat concept. Headquartered in Dallas, Texas, and then we got corporate offices in Louisville, Kentucky. We launched officially to the masses September 2015 with one product. Keto OS stands for our ketone operating system. And this is what's amazing, is the number of experience and product users and customers and people that have wanted to associate themselves with our brand. And I think this kind of sums it up is, guys, we don't want to sell, and really we don't have to sell these products. We want to inspire people to buy them, right? Nobody wants to be sold, but what if someone actually wanted what you have, and it was all about the product? And then because you took that product, you had a story that inspired others. That was the whole goal, and I think we've stuck well to it, so we're very proud. What do we have? First exogenous ketone supplement on the market. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. I tell people, look, we've got something that actually acts like a fourth macronutrient. Think of micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, macronutrients, protein, carb, fat. This actually has a caloric energy yield. In other words, carb, protein, 4 calories per gram. Fat, 9. Ketones, 4. On up, maybe 4, 4.5, depending on what research you look at. The neat thing is this, is it really applies to anybody. And it's a new conversation. What's probably most powerful, and we don't even realize it because we're out talking about such a great product, is, and we went around that room, we had this champions meeting, and you know, they said, you know, what was your it? And I think a bunch of people, it was really, we wanted to create a network marketing company brand that didn't feel, look, sound like a network marketing brand. And that's why you look around the room, there's so many first timers. One of our top income earners has never done network marketing. You know, one of our fastest growing teams is led by someone that hated network marketing. I mean, you either like it and get it or you don't like it at all, right? Well, I think what's interesting is, unlike every other company, we don't have a bunch of marketing materials. You know why? The greatest marketing material is what other third-party sources say about us. So you should just say, hey, go Google ketones and inflammation and look at the Yale study. You know, go look at ketone space cancer, ketone space fat loss. I mean, you name it, there's not just a little bit, but there's a lot of research behind it. And then time is on our side, and here's why. If you look at Google Analytics, ketogenic diet, ketosis, you know, ketone therapy, all of that is on the uptick. Why? Because it's real science. People are tired of the healthcare system and they're looking for real answers to real problems that, you know, like Natalie's husband, they couldn't diagnose, like you. I mean, you couldn't figure out what was wrong. Well, what if you put in a different fuel source into your body? I think that's extremely powerful to know. This is one of the foremost experts in the world. You heard a clip of him. I mean, you want someone to think this is valid? Your government funded the research through a grant number that inspired this product. What do I mean? Go Google exogenous ketone patent, and it'll show you the grant number and that the Department of Defense, Office of the Navy, has some ownership rights of the research. So don't let anybody tell you, well, there's just nothing behind it. Really? Your government funded how to make this work, and this guy did it. This guy's one of the foremost ketone experts in the world. He's been in ketosis, I don't know, years, you know, so don't let anybody tell you you can't do that. It's just a matter of educating the marketplace. And I think what we're probably most proud of is this segment wasn't there. I mean, that's what makes us so special. You can't go somewhere and try to find this cheaper. You can't go somewhere and try to find a better version or a product that matches this. You just can't. And what's interesting is all these other companies are going to follow suit, but we're first. There's something to be said about being first. And if you were part of the company early on, our message has absolutely changed. We're educating the marketplace on something that didn't exist. Best way I can relate it is, you guys heard of creatine, right?
Yes.
I mean, really everybody has, even non-athletes. 89, 90, somewhere in there, this product came out that was naturally found in the body, so are ketones. It was naturally found in food, so are ketones, and was met with a ton of resistance and misunderstanding. It's a $4 billion product now, 20 years later, just in the US, and it's performance. It has nothing to do with the two stories you just heard, right? And so we're on to something very special and have all the validation behind it. So who wants it? That's the coolest part. I tell people, and it just slides off my, because I've said it so many times, from the infant to the elderly to the elite athlete to the everyday person that needs to lose 50 pounds or more. You really do have a product that crosses that many barriers. And nobody is there to compete with you. This is unlike anything that anybody has ever experienced unless they were incredibly consistent with a keto diet and actually followed that. But everybody in your market, none of them have ever taken therapeutic ketones, sat down at their desk at work, and looked at their computer with insulin-free energy. That's just never happened in their entire lifetime. There's an opening statement. Hey, how would you like to try insulin-free energy for the first time in your entire life since you were a child? Which, by the way, breast milk, primarily ketones, right? So that's probably the last time anybody's ever experienced that, and I'm guessing they don't remember. If they do, that would be really weird. But these are real stories. This isn't the latest fad weight loss product, take this. This is a real food. I mean, this is a real macronutrient. Not only weight loss, fat loss, because this is a body recomposition product, but that's not even where the research is. All of the research is in neurodegenerative disease. What does this do to people's brain? What does it do to cancer, epilepsy, dementia, post-traumatic distress syndrome? What does it do to those things? Inflammation. And yet, we know fat loss cells, we know body recomposition cells, so we're educating the marketplace. Hey, you know what? If your trainer, if your nutritionist, if any of them are referring glucose, which 100% of them are, your nutritionist is going to say eat brown rice or sweet potato or green beans or fruits and vegetables. Great question for them. Why would you refer glucose and not ketones? There is no good answer to that question. There is no educated good answer to that question. So if they're willing to refer to glucose, which 100% of every dietitian trainer on the planet does, they're a candidate for this. Now you just got to educate them. Got to open them up, and that's the entire, this is the company. Like, this is it. Like, you don't realize how special this moment in time is. But what I want to do is bring up, Michael, will you come up?
Yes.
Because there's so many different angles at this. I mean, you don't have to know much, clearly. And Michael Rutherford. Give it up for Michael Rutherford.